You guys agree that y'all are breaking up. Stop messing around, because that is going to be confusing for those kids and for y'all. Hey lovelies, welcome back to another video. If you guys are new, my name is Naijah. Hit that subscribe button and join my journey. Yeah, I haven't done that intro in a minute. I realize when I do my vlogs, I really don't do that intro anymore. That's crazy. But yeah, we're back with another video. As you guys read by the title, I am talking to my girlies today about how to co-parent well with your child's other parent. So yeah, I can only talk to my girlies for this one because I don't have any input for the guys just yet. But the guys could still watch this to get some pointers as well. We're just gonna jump straight into the video. Just to piggyback a little bit about my life, just in case you guys are new and do not know anything and this is your first video you're watching. I got my tea, so I know I can't make a video without my tea. So yeah, my name is Naijah. I am 27 years old. I do have a 5-year-old daughter, and me and her dad are not together, so we co-parent, and we co-parent very well to my knowledge and to everyone else that keep coming to me and saying you guys are the only people that I know that can co-parent very well with no issues. And it's shocking to hear that when people come to me and say that, like, oh, I don't really see people that can co-parent. And if you guys hear the plane, I apologize. I am at the park by the water and the airport is like right across. So anytime I hear the plane come by, I am just going to probably stop and just let the plane go by, which I should have just did just now. But anyway, yeah, so I do get people come up to me and say, you guys are like the only parents that I know that can co-parent with no issues, no problems, no arguments. And it's very shocking to hear that when people say, all my friends that are parents always argue with their child's mother or child's father, but you don't. So I'm just going to give out little pointers here and there on how co-parenting works for me, my daughter, and her father. And hopefully this can help anybody who is a single mother, or if you're not with your child's father and you are in a relationship with someone else, this can also help you as well on how to co-parent with your child's father. So I did write a few things down just so that I can kind of stay on track a little bit. So we're just going to get right into it, like I said. But before we get into this video, I need you guys to like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Ooh, bugs. Girl, if you went hiking and could deal with those bugs, you could deal with these bugs. Alright, let's get it together. So first things first, me and my child's father were together for a few years, and we broke up while I was pregnant. So we broke up when I was 4 months pregnant. Just so you guys can get a little backstory. Yes, everyone is not perfect. In the beginning, when we first broke up, it was kind of rough to deal with someone who, you know, you're having a kid by and you guys broke up because of unfortunate circumstances. But you know, you learn to adapt. As a teenager and like my early 20s, I kept saying, like, you know, I want my kid to be raised in a 2-family household. Like, I wasn't into the having a kid and not being with her father. That wasn't my goal, but apparently God got something else planned for me. Nowadays, it's like I wanted to give her something that I didn't really have because I didn't have a 2-parent household. But like I said, you can always still give your child that 2-parent household even if it's not with, even if you're not in a relationship with the father or the mother. You can still give your child that 2-parent household. It doesn't put a pin to it and put a stop to it just because you guys broke up. So yeah, we broke up when I was 4 months pregnant. It was kind of rough at first because feelings was still, what can I say? Feelings was still there on both ends. We did try to make it work for the first few months that she was here, but we honestly realized that we are better parents separate than we are together. And that right there is something that you really have to learn and really understand, that to give your child the best childhood and the best, what's the word I'm looking for? To give your child the best childhood and the best parenting experience where, you know, she doesn't see her parents arguing and fighting. His or her parents arguing and fighting. There's a plane coming, hold on. Alright, so yeah, to give your child the best childhood experience without having to see his or her parents fighting or arguing, I feel like you guys have to know when to put quits to the relationship, because the relationship is not healthy for the kid, and for you guys, but even more so for the kid, because now it's about the kid. So we were better parents not being together than we were together. And like I said, we did try for the first few months of her being born, of trying to see where we can go, and literally right before her first birthday, maybe like 2-3 months before her first birthday, we realized, yeah, no, it's not gonna work. So yes, like I said, I wrote down a few things just to stay on topic. Where are these planes coming from? Back to back. Okay. Like I said, I wrote down a few things just to stay on topic. So the first one I wrote is learn when to walk away from each other for the kids. And like I stated just a minute ago, you have to learn when you guys are better parents separate. Now, if you guys are in a relationship and all your kids see you do, not saying this is my story, but this is just in general, if all your kids see you do is fight, argue, bump heads, yell at each other, and you know, it's just, that's not going to be healthy for the kid. And like I said, like it piggybacks a little bit off of my upbringing, where for the first few years I seen my mother and my father fight, argue, and it made me just terrified and scared, and just it didn't, okay, yeah, so it made me terrified and scared. Not saying it happened all the time, because as you guys know, my father is not in my life, hasn't been in my life since maybe the age of 5. But yeah, I want to give my kid, me and him both agreed while we was together and while we was broken up, that we want to give our kid the life that neither one of us had, which is a happy upbringing with both her parents, even though her parents are not together. So yes, the first one is you have to learn when to walk away. You have to learn as an adult and as a parent that, you know what, me and you probably can co-parent way better while not being together. Because as us being in a relationship, me as a girlfriend and you as a boyfriend, and we're putting that in a relationship, we're not compatible, we're not good with one another. But as us being parents, I'm her mom and you're her dad, for some reason we click and get along so well and have an understanding. So it's like both of you guys know that the one thing that matters is that kid. So you have to start making sacrifices for that kid, and to have a better, for that kid to have a better upbringing, you know. Sometimes you just have to walk away and just understand that you are going to find that person later down the line. But right now, you know, you and that father just don't get along, and well, you and her father, his father, don't get along, and just don't know how to co-parent very well, or not co-parent, but don't know how to be parents very well while in a relationship. So yeah, like, you just got to put that big girl, big boy shoes on and just say, you know what, we do have to walk away just for the sake of our kid or kids, how many kids there is. We just gotta learn how to walk away and just know it's not the end of the world, and you can still give that kid or kids a 2-parent household regardless. Just because you guys live 2 separate places now does not mean that kid is not going to have, that kid or kids is not going to have that household that you guys wanted for them. So that is one reason. Let me drink some more tea. The second one would be respect each other and stay out of each other's business. So when I say respect each other, it literally means respect that person and what they're doing with their life. You guys are not together anymore, so you don't need to be in their business. You don't need to know their whereabouts. You don't need to know what they're doing. You don't need to know anything besides, are you coming to get your kid? And if so, you know, how long you gonna be with your kid? What time you gonna bring your kid back? Etc., etc. You do not need to know who you going out with, why you out to 3-4 o'clock in the morning, if that, or anything like that. You don't need to know any of that. You do not need to be hitting his phone or her phone talking about what you doing. you guys agree not to be together. So if you're not texting about your kid and your kid only, or you're not calling about your kid and your kid only, there is no reason why you guys should be calling each other. You should not be calling each other to ask each other what you got, what you doing, how was your day, etc., etc. Like, there's no reason to be doing any of that, because honestly I feel like that comes with confusion. And you asking me what am I doing, how's my day, and all of that, it's just like it's confusing, because it's making it seem like you still kind of want me in a certain way, and it's very confusing, you know. Like, you just have to set boundaries and respect each other's life. Know that as you continue, there's a plane coming, hold on. Yeah, so just know that as you continue your life, you're going to move on, you're going to find your happiness, and as he continues his life, he's going to move on and find happiness as well. So there's no reason why you guys are texting about anything else besides y'all kids, you know. So it's respect each other and put boundaries. There's no reason for us to be speaking. Did I just see a bug? Okay. There's no reason for us to be speaking about anything else in this world besides the safety of our kid, the upbringing of our kid, anything else like that, you know. So that is another thing too. Another one is 2-parent households, and with that one, as I stated in the beginning, it's not an issue to have a 2-parent household and that other parent is not your child's biological mother and or father. You guys are gonna grow separate. You guys are gonna have your own family. Yes, so we live in 2 different places, and for a 2-parent household, she has her household at her dad's. She has her household at her mom. When her dad has his family, that's going to be her household over there. When her mom has her family, that is going to be their household on that side. Another thing is, for me, I don't ask her dad for no money at all. We're not together. Our safety and our concern is our kid. However, I don't need to ask you for no money to buy for my household, and you don't ask me for no money to buy for your household. Literally, I buy anything that stays at my house, clothes, shoes, toys, I buy that with my money. Same thing with him. At his household, clothes, shoes, toys, he buy that with his money. Now, there is times where she will come back home and she has the clothes that he bought, and it's times that I'll send her over there with the clothes that I buy. But eventually it will always come back, whether he washes it and send it back, whether I wash it and send it back, it always goes back to the original household, you know. The only time I would ever ask him for anything when it comes to her is when we have to split bills when it comes to, you know, her activities that she do. So y'all know she's in gymnastics, so we split that bill. If I want to put her in swimming, we're gonna split that bill. When it goes to like getting on a plane and going on vacation, either he'll pay for the plane ticket and I'll buy her clothes, or I'll pay for or we go half on the plane ticket and we go half on the clothes. We go half on everything that comes to her when it comes to the extra activities. But like I said, for the household, I don't ask him for not a dime. I don't say, hey, can I get $80 to go buy her some sneakers? No, I want to buy her sneakers. I buy her sneakers for my household. He wants to buy her sneakers. Excuse me. He wants to buy her sneakers. He's going to buy her sneakers for his household. He's not going to hit me up and say, hey, I need you to go 50-50 on wardrobe for my household. No, that's not how we do it. So that could also be another way that you guys do things. I know sometimes it is hard. I mean, I don't have all the money in the world at all. So I don't ask him for anything. Like, I don't ask him for nothing. And I feel like that's the one thing that females tend to kind of miss out on. I mean, these fathers nowadays, you do sometimes have to beg them down, because some fathers don't buy nothing for their own household, and you know, you buy everything for your household, and then say you do send your kid over with clothes and stuff, sometimes the clothes don't come back, or it's like, okay, well, I bought those clothes, it should, like, it's just a little knick-knack and back and forth and pettiness going on. Like, this is for the guys too. Just buy clothes for your household, and for the females, buy the clothes for your, like, stop begging a man for money and just buy the stuff for your household and let it stay at your household, you know. Yeah, I really don't I don't ask him for nothing. I don't ask him for nothing. Like, I'm not the type that's gonna text him right now and be like, hey, your child needs socks, I need 10. Like, no, you know. I buy for my household, he buy for his household, and that's just that. We keep it separate. We don't beg nobody nothing. We just split the extra activities. That's what we split. That's what we go half in, half on, and I have no issues with that. Even then, you guys know that we share full custody with her. It's not I have her the whole week and you have her once a month. No, we literally split it, and we didn't go to the courts for this. We literally agreed to a schedule that worked for us, and we literally split it. I drop her to school every day, he picks her up every day. He has her, we have her every other weekend. So every other weekend I have her, every other weekend he has her. So 2 weekends out of the month she go with her dad, 2 weekends out of the month she's with me. And it works for us. It works for us. Like, we came up with a schedule where it's like, no, she's not going to be with me all the time, only with you two times out of the month. No, you share custody just as much as I share custody with her. You have as much responsibility with her just as much as I have as much responsibility with her. We don't keep each other away from special events, anything. She just had her dance recital, she has graduation. We don't sit here and go, okay, well, I'm gonna go and you don't. No, we're gonna celebrate her because I see how happy my kid is with both her parents in the same room. I have no issues with that. Like, let's go to graduate. We going to her graduation. We going to anything my daughter do. Both her parents is gonna be there. If ain't nobody else gonna be there, both her parents is definitely going to be there. We can be in the same room with each other. You have to understand, like, when you put it out there, like, yo, we don't want each other. Yes, we still have love for each other, because at the end of the day, we share custody with a child. We both have a kid, the same kid. You know, like, I didn't just order her on Amazon. So yes, we still have love for each other. We will always have love for each other. I gave him a kid, he gave me a kid. So that respect is gonna always be there, you know. But we don't gotta be the best of friends. If it ain't about Kay and her health and her well-being, we don't gotta talk about nothing else. So yeah, like, we could be in the same room with each other. We could definitely be in the same room with each other with no issues, no problems, no concerns. It makes my child happy, so if she's happy, I'm happy. So yeah, some of you guys just have to learn how to. You just gotta learn how to co-parent, and just know that if you both agree that y'all don't want each other, then what is the issue? If I said it out of my mouth, I don't want you, you said it out your mouth, you don't want me, why are we bickering and going back and forth and having big arguments? Please, someone tell me. Why is it so hard to co-parent and take care of the same kid if we don't want each other? I can't still hold grudges and still be mad at you for something you did to me in our relationship. Okay, we moving on. Yes, I was hurt, I was mad, you was hurt, you was mad. Okay, let's move on. We have a kid now. That's how I see it. Another one could be, now you guys know you guys are gonna move on. You guys know there's going to be other people in your child's life as you move on. One thing me and him sat down and spoke about is that we don't want to bring people around that we don't believe is going to stay around. So I'm not going to bring my kid around somebody that I just met and I know I don't see a future with that person. And vice versa, the same thing he said. Now there is going to be times where you feel like you seen a future with someone, and you know you waited a minute and you brought your kid around that person, and now you know things didn't go that way and you guys separate, and now it's like, okay, well, I brought somebody around my kid and we didn't work out. It's gonna happen. But when I say, like, not just bringing in everybody, like, if you really don't have no intentions in being in a relationship with somebody or being with that person, why are you bringing them around your kid? So when me and him had this conversation, it was more like, I gotta meet who's gonna be around my kid, and he has to meet who's gonna be around his kid. And honestly, I feel like I'm the one that came up with that idea and he just agreed with it. If you are going to be around my kid, I need to meet you. I don't need to meet you on some, question you down, that's not my responsibility. So I'm speaking from a female's point of view. I don't need to meet your female and question her down and ask her what's your intentions, what's this, what's that. No, I'm not interviewing her for you. When I meet her, I want to be able to tell her, hey, we all have understanding. I am her mother. You're going to be in her life. I have no problem with that. When it comes to discipline, please leave that for me and her dad, you know? But as long as we have an understanding and as long as there's respect between the two females, it should not be a problem. And I'm saying that because I did that. I went through that. Like, he has a girlfriend. I met his girlfriend. His girlfriend's been around my kid. His girlfriend been in my grandmother's crib. You feel me? So it's just like, I don't have an issue. I don't want him. I just want, now that you guys are together, I just want to make sure my kid is happy in your household. I want to make sure my kid is not seeing something that she should not be seeing. You know, I want to make sure there's respect in front of my kid. I want to make sure that when it comes to discipline, yes, as a woman, you have all rights to let the child know, hey, you cannot do that. But when it comes to discipline, please leave that to me and her dad. Let me and her dad speak about it. You know, like, I don't need, say my child do something, we don't need the extras input. Her dad and her mom can handle it. We don't need the other spouse's input on if my child did something and now we need to speak to my child. Me and her dad can handle it. Let me and her dad handle the parenting of her. But yes, having a bonus person that can help, I don't have an issue with that. My child love you, my child care about you, my child has fun with you. I don't have an issue with that. So you guys, I feel like that's something that both male and females need to learn, is that when your child's other parent move on and find a partner, give that respect to the other parent to let that person meet the other person that's going to be in their child's life, who's going to be around their child. Give that respect. You know, don't just sit here and be like, yeah, I got a new girl, I got a new man, and yeah, he's around our kid. And it's like, who is this person that's around my kid? And then that right there causes problem itself, because now when you don't know who's around your kid, you don't feel safe with your kid being around that person. You have to give that other parent that respect and just say, hey, I have a new partner and I would like for you to meet this partner, because this partner is going to be, I would like for this partner to be around our kid. Now, I don't mean to bring 10, 15 different people around your kid. Like I said, sometimes things don't work out to where you do end up breaking up with the person that you brought around your kid, but that don't mean the next person you go jump into comes around your kid. Like, take your time, and make sure when you bring them around your kid, you have all intentions to move forward with this person, to have a lifetime with this person. I didn't allow her around my kid for about almost a year, or about a year. And the reason I said that is because I wanted to make sure that she was here to stay and she wasn't just somebody that was just, you know, for the fun and for the moment. And then when I seen that, okay, she was here to stay, all right, cool, I would like to meet her, you know. And it's like, it could be vice versa for females and males. Like, you just got to make sure that that person is here to stay and you see a future with that person before you bring them around your kid. And like I said, sometimes unfortunate situations happen to where you guys may separate and break up or move on with each other, and it's like, damn, you know, like, well, this person around my kid. But y'all, we are getting older. All this bickering back and forth drama with your baby daddy, your baby mama, it's time to like let that go. I know a lot of people want that old school love, or, you know, like our grandparents, our great grandparents, where they was married and in the same household with all of their kids. Y'all know our grandparents and great grandparents had mad kids. Everybody wants that lifestyle, and I wanted that. I literally wanted that. But I had to understand that sometimes God have a different story written for you, and it is what it is at this point. I had to accept that me and him was just not compatible together. So you guys just need to accept that maybe you and your child's father, your child's mother, if there are any guys watching this as well, that y'all not compatible together. And it's okay not being compatible. Your child is not going to hate you because y'all not together, as long as you guys still remain as a family. Because at the end of the day, regardless if y'all break up or not, y'all still family because y'all have a kid together. Y'all are just families that have respect for each other and are taking care of the same child while still living your life. You know, so these are just some of my tips. I hope this helped. These are just some of my tips on how I co-parent very well with my child's father. I hope these tips help any ladies out there, and maybe some guys, because like I said, I can't really speak for the guys, but maybe something I said could help you. Hopefully these tips help you guys learn how to co-parent a little better. Because I want to see everybody being able to co-parent. If y'all not together, I want to see everybody being able to know how to co-parent very well. And unfortunately, there are some situations where some people just really can't do it, and then the court got to get involved. And it's just like, ladies, and this is for my ladies, we got to stop being bitter baby mamas. I'm sorry, but we do. We really got to stop, because like, we're showing that we still care about the things that these guys do to us. Like, we're showing that we really care. We really gotta stop being bitter. And for my fellas out there, y'all gotta start taking up more responsibilities and actually being very active in your child's life. And stop trying to control your baby mama if she don't want to be with you. And for another thing, one more thing, if you guys are not together and you guys agree that y'all are breaking up, stop messing around, because that is going to be confusing for those kids and for y'all. Stop messing around. Stop messing around. Stop messing around. If you guys agree that y'all don't want to be with each other and that y'all are not healthy with each other, stop messing around. Stop calling each other a little 3 o'clock in the morning for a sneaky link. Stop messing around. Hold on, I think something on my camera lens. Is that a bug on my camera lens? Oh no, hold on. Yes, it was. Ugh. Oh God, that was a little buggy bug on my camera lens. Yes, stop messing around. If you guys agree that you guys are not going to be together, there's no reason why y'all sleeping over each other's crib. There's no reason why y'all sleeping in the same bed. There's no reason why y'all still messing around and still getting a little 1, 2, 3 quickie at 3 o'clock in the morning. There's no reason why you guys are doing any of that. Because like I said, it's not just confusing for the kids, it's also confusing for you guys. Because now you guys feel like, okay, well, you know, I still have some type of control over him or her because we still sleep together. So I can still be in that person's business and asking him or her where you at, who you with, because we still sleeping with each other. You know, so I say cut all ties completely and just focus on them kids. I think that's the end of my girl talk. I'll probably do more videos like this because I actually enjoy doing it. But yeah, so for those of you who are wondering how me and her dad co-parent so well, that's the reason why me and her dad can co-parent so well. It's because of some of these tips that I just told y'all. There are way more to them, but I just gave y'all like the basic tips. Is there something in my socks? What the? Everything is just going so wrong. My bad, my camera stopped. Yeah, so these are just some of the tips that works for me and her dad. I'm not saying everything that I said is gonna work for every situation, because every situation are different, but maybe if you guys start taking the steps towards doing some of these things, you guys would be able to co-parent. You guys will probably be able to co-parent very well. I do want to see everyone co-parent well. I want to see these kids. It's not a broken home. Just because you guys are not together does not mean it's a broken home. It's a broken home when you guys stay together knowing that it does not work and you guys are arguing and fighting in front of them kids. That's a broken home. It's a broken home when one parent does not want to help take care of the kid. And it's not just the fathers. There are some mothers out here who don't want no responsibility of taking care of those kids. That's a broken home. It's not a broken home when you guys break up, but you guys are still actively in the child's life. Like, the child is not, my daughter does not miss she doesn't miss anything. She feels the love on both her mom's side and her dad's side. She don't miss anything, you know? So she don't miss no type of love. Like, she don't miss anything. She feels the love. So that's not a broken home. It's not a broken home. I'm gonna say it again. If you guys break up, but you are still actively taking care of those kids, that's not a broken home. Sip my tea. All right, y'all, let me get out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to our girl talk. I will see you guys in my next video. Later, y'all.